Hello, and welcome to Deakin's Virtual Open Day. I'm Prue, the course director for one of the two marine courses that I'll be covering in today's session. I'm thrilled to have you with us as we dive into our two marine courses at Deakin University. The courses I'll be covering today are the Bachelor of Marine Science and the Bachelor of Environmental Science Marine Biology. Associate Professor Julie Mondon is the course director for the latter course and will be joining us in a live Q&A session straight after this presentation, where we'll answer any questions you may have about the two courses. So let's dive in and get started. Why study marine? Well, 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans. So there is no wonder that it is one of the world's greatest resources. And here in Australia, we are surrounded by it. The Australian coastline extends approximately 34,000 kilometres, and it's estimated that 50% of Australians live within 7 kilometres of our coastline. So in some way, we are all connected to the ocean, whether it be via our coastal homes, through our work, our play, energy, food, safety, or even security. Whatever the connection might be, this amazing estate provides a social, economic, and environmental wealth. And here in Australia, our marine industry, which can include fishing, offshore oil and gas, shipbuilding, and tourism, for example, has an estimated worth over $70 billion. This was estimated in 2013. It's predicted to reach over 100 billion by 2025. Globally, it's even more, where it's estimated to be at least US $3 trillion. So the economic potential of the world's ocean is significant. Countries and businesses are increasingly thinking about how to tap into the ocean resources for more economic growth and investment. However, unchecked economic activity can pose significant pressure on our oceans. Here in Australia, there have been 7 identified challenges, which you can see on the screen now, that are facing our ocean. And if these challenges that are currently limiting our potential to increase the yet to be discovered possibilities of our ocean estate. These challenges were posed by the National Marine Science Committee in 2015 and include maintaining marine sovereignty and security, achieving energy security, ensuring food security, understanding and adapting to climate variability and change, conserving our biodiversity and ecosystem health, creating a sustainable urban coastal development, and developing equitable and balanced resource allocation. So how do we resolve these challenges and yet still rely on our oceans to drive our economy forward? The answer is for Australia to achieve what is known as a blue economy. A blue economy is where we bring both social and economic benefits that are efficient, equitable, and sustainable for everybody. And the committee who initially identified these 7 challenges have also identified solutions and key steps in achieving this blue economy. And there's no surprise that these solutions all involved marine science. That is, we need to improve our knowledge and understanding of our oceans. And we do this through science. We also need to develop new innovative ways to overcome these challenges. So how do we do this? Well, we need more marine experts in the field. The marine sector needs you. We need great people who can establish essential knowledge of ocean systems and resources, which can then provide the evidence base for industry and government to plan, invest, and mitigate risk. We also need experts that can develop new marine technologies and innovation that will translate marine science discovery into industry development, job growth, environmental sustainability, and economic prosperity for Australia and the world. And what a great time to be part of this industry. We are in a time of digital revolution, where we are seeing our industry share large data sets on a global scale. We are increasingly interconnected and working collaboratively, not only between scientists, but also with engineers and policymakers, for example. So the sector is even more interesting than ever. And here at Deakin, we have 2 fantastic courses to help carve your marine career pathway. Let's have a look at these 2 courses in more detail now. One question we are often regularly asked in Open Day is what's the difference between the two courses? Hopefully this slide, along with the rest of the presentation, will help answer that question for you. And if we haven't answered it in this particular presentation, then please stick around for the live Q&A where you can directly ask more follow-up questions if we haven't covered them. Let's start off with the Bachelor of Marine Science. This course is a discipline of science units that applies to the marine environment. So students will study not only marine biology, but other units such as oceanography, fisheries, and aquaculture. Graduates from the marine science course will be equipped with a broad science knowledge and skill set that allows for innovative science applications contributing to achieving an equitable and sustainable blue economy. The Bachelor of Environmental Science Marine Biology teaches students essential knowledge and skills in marine biology, ecology, and environmental sustainability. Students acquire an expert knowledge of marine and coastal systems and assessment techniques. This equips them with skills to research, educate, and sustainably manage marine, coastal, and catchment environments. The other difference between the two courses is their location. The Bachelor of Marine Science is located at the Geelong Warm Ponds campus, where you'll have close access to surf beaches along the Surf Coast, but also a host of other marine environments along the Bellarine Peninsula. In addition to this, the course will have hands-on practical learning activities based at the Deakin University Queenscliff Marine Science Centre, which is approximately 40 minutes from the main campus. This centre is a marine science research and teaching facility shared with the Victorian Fisheries Authority. Students will have their marine practicals based here and also the central point of field trips in locations such as Point Phillip Heads Marine National Park, Barwon Bluff Marine Sanctuary, and many other estuaries and surf beaches. The Bachelor of Environmental Science Marine Biology is located at the Deakin University Warrnambool campus, which is the location at the end of the Great Ocean Road, where just like Geelong, you'll have access to an array of marine environments to learn fundamentals of your course. One of the facilities located at Warrnambool is the Marine Freshwater and Aquaculture Research Facility, which houses fresh and saltwater recirculating systems. The classrooms will extend to the Merrow Marine Sanctuary that you can see pictured here, and also picturesque beaches, including the famous Logan's Beach, where the southern right whales visit annually to calve. So that are some of the main differences, but there's also similarities for the two courses. And one is that even though both courses are offered at different geographic locations within Victoria, they are both lucky enough to be within the Great Southern Reef, an 8,000 kilometre stretch of coastline in temperate Australia that is recognised as a biodiversity hotspot of marine life, making both courses and locations a prime spot to pursue your marine passion. Both courses also have expert marine researchers and teachers where innovative and engaging teaching methods will be adopted. Here I've provided some examples of the fields that our marine staff are experts in to give you an example. Both courses will also equip you with field experiences in an array of marine environments, as you can see here in the photos. They will both have hands-on practical laboratory experiences where you'll gain essential skills for your marine career. Furthermore, we also keep up to date with the latest marine technology and ensure our students have the opportunity to utilise this technology throughout their degree. So those are just a few highlights for the Deakin Marine courses, but I'd also like to show you a short video where you can hear from two of our Deakin Marine students, Paige and Dan, and hear about their experiences at Deakin.
I think that learning how our seas and our coastlines interact with each other will be so important to base our future energy industries and aquaculture industries as well. That's the way forward for Australia and for worldwide companies to get into.
I chose Deakin to study because the facilities are state-of-the-art, their lecturers are above the rest. The labs are really well equipped with new technology.
The practical experience within the course is so important. It's always good to know what we're dealing with, so we always pick up invertebrates and we handle them with care. We love to be in the course and pick up live specimens for all of our assignments. The staff go out on dives for us and they pick up live specimens. So they'll pick up molluscs, they'll pick up crustaceans, they'll pick up as much as they can to bring it into the classroom. Then we have live specimens to look at and analyse for our classes.
You get to recognise how they feed, how they move as they are in the wild, and learning them in great detail.
I enjoy the facilities because it really opens up the classroom. It allows us to all speak together and have a really cooperative lecture, and love the laboratories as well because the supervisors always have eye view of you, so there's always help around.
The great thing about Deakin is that our lecturers present opportunities to us so regularly, and they care about how you look in terms of employability, and they want to make sure that you can guarantee yourself work in the future. Ultimately, for a career, I would like to specialise in cetaceans and being able to study specifically orcas.
I think I'm most looking forward to doing honours. Future study is definitely in my future, and Deakin will provide that for me.
Okay, so given that we are delivering our open day this year virtually, I wanted to include this video so that you can see firsthand what it looks like to be a Deakin Marine student at the Geelong campus, but the similar experience down at Warrnambool campus as well. So that's a broad overview of what to expect of both courses, but now I'm going to spend the next couple of slides looking at the course structure of both the courses, where you'll see the different subjects for both and begin with what it means to obtain your degree. So both courses are a 3-year undergraduate course, and this is completing it within the full-time study mode. To successfully complete either degree, you need to have studied and successfully obtained 24 credit points. Let's have a look at what this means. So to complete either course, you must attain 24 credit points, as mentioned before. Most units, and we call, you might know this better as subjects, but at Deakin we call them units. 1 unit is equal to 1 credit point. So generally speaking, you need to complete 24 units as part of your course. Some of these units may involve a core unit, which is a compulsory unit specific to your course. Both the Deakin Marine courses have core units, but the amount you do differs between the two courses. The Bachelor of Marine Science has 17 core units, whereas the Bachelor of Environmental Science Marine Biology has 19 core units. Both of these courses allow elective allocation for you, where you can really personalise your course to suit your interests and career pathway. The next couple of slides are going to show in more detail what these core units are and where the elective allocations can be completed throughout your degree. Let's start off with the Bachelor of Marine Science. You can see the tables here broken into the 3-year levels and the trimester system. Generally speaking, if you're a full-time student at Deakin, students tend to enrol in 4 units per trimester and generally take on 2 trimesters per year. So for example, if you were to start one of the courses in 2021 in trimester 1 for marine science, your first core units would be marine environments, cells and genes, and chemistry in our world, where you will then pick up an elective unit as your 4th unit. So all the core units for the marine science course are highlighted in blue, whereas the orange color here is where your elective allocations can be selected. This pink professional practice unit is also a core unit and included with the 17 core units mentioned earlier, and I'll talk a little bit more what this looks like in upcoming slides. The Bachelor of Environmental Science Marine Biology is a similar structure with the year 1, 2 and 3, the core units being in this blue aqua colour, the electives in the orange, and again this professional practice unit. If you'd like to learn more about what those specific units are in more detail, you can visit the Deakin Marine website. Not only will you be able to access the different units that I've just shown for both courses by following this link, but also an overview of both courses are provided on this website, as well as the entry and different information on how to apply for the course. So not only will we equip you with the knowledge and skills for your marine career, but Deakin is committed to ensuring every Deakin graduate is work or job ready. How are we achieving this? Well, we are embedding career education and employability skills in both of our marine courses. Here, you can choose which includes work placement in the marine sector. And in this work placement, you can choose any organisation that's of interest to you, where you can undergo 80 hours of work experience. For example, you can see Steve here is completing his work placement at the Victorian Shellfish Hatchery located in Queenscliff. Some other examples of past students have gone to do their placement with the Australian Institute of Marine Science and the Marine Mammal Foundation as just some examples. Deakin also has its own graduate employment service called Deakin Talent. Deakin Talent offer workshops, one-to-one meetings and online resources to build your professional brand. These resources and services are free, not only during your time as a Deakin student, but also after you graduate. Furthermore, within the Deakin Marine courses, you'll be able to network with an array of professionals from the marine sector. Here on the screen are just some examples of organisations that the staff and students within the marine team at Deakin have ongoing teaching and research partnerships with. There will also be opportunities to volunteer with local marine organisations during your course as an extracurricular activity if you choose to do so. These volunteer opportunities are usually communicated to you via the course site. The course site for both courses are provided to you on the screen here as an example. The course sites really act as a central hub of all the information you need regarding your course. This is where we post the volunteering opportunities, which you can see are highlighted by the yellow circles on the screen. For example, Parks Victoria run a sea search monitoring program at various marine parks and sanctuaries, and they love to have the Deakin Marine students volunteer their time and experience to this program. Another example is the Nature Conservancy, where they're often looking for student volunteers to assist with their shellfish restoration project in Port Phillip Bay. You can also use your elective allocation slot to undertake an international study tour. This is obviously when we're allowed or permitted to travel overseas again. Some of these international study tours have a marine focus, so can certainly enhance your career. If research is of interest to you, we have embedded research opportunities in the course as well. So you can undertake a 3-year research project as part of one of your elective allocations. And there's opportunity to complete an honours year after your 3-year undergraduate course. Now that I've shown you how we will make you job ready, let's talk about some job examples from previous marine graduates that they have secured after they have left Deakin. I'm going to break them into some broad categories and starting with the research sector. Some examples where graduates have gone on to gain employment include CSIRO, the Australian Institute of Marine Science, universities, not only here in Australia, but global, and also the Bureau of Meteorology. In the commercial marine sector, aquaculture, oil and gas, and fisheries are all examples of where some of our graduates have gained employment. If the government sector is of interest, a lot of our graduates go on to work in the biosecurity, marine policy, catchment management authorities, the Environmental Protection Authority, parks and wildlife, such as Parks Victoria, fisheries, such as the Victorian Fisheries Authority, or if you like the warmer temperature, then the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority. If you're interested in the tourism and education sector, a lot of our graduates have gone and worked in museums, aquariums, and the edutourism sector. Conservation is also a popular choice for a lot of our graduates, and here are some of the examples of where some of them have gained employment in the past. So hopefully I've convinced you to come and study with us. And now it's time to have a look at how you can apply for one of these 2 courses. Let's start off with the Bachelor of Marine Science. The 2020 ATAR lowest selection rank was 66.95. The Bachelor of Environmental Science Marine Biology, that score was 52.4. The prerequisites for this course depends on whether you are a school leaver or a non-school leaver. If you are a school leaver and entering into our course that way, You need to have completed VCE Units 3 and 4 with a study score of at least 25 in English EAL or a study score of 20 in English other than EAL. You also need to then follow the VTAC application process. If you're a non-school leaver, then you can apply using your previous experience, whether that's in tertiary, vet, life, or work experience. Some of the examples that previous applications have included are listed here. If this is of interest and a pathway that you would like to follow but would like to talk more about it, please stick around and join our live Q&A session after this information session. There are also alternative pathways to gain entry into our courses. You can find Pathway Finder tool via the Deakin website, but some of the examples are listed here. For example, you can transfer between campuses or between courses. You can start off completing an associate degree at Deakin University and then transfer into the Bachelor. You can start off by commencing a Deakin college and then transferring across into one of the Bachelor degrees, or perhaps you might start at TAFE and then transfer through to Deakin. Thank you all for joining us today. It's really great to see so many of you interested in the Deakin Marine course information session. If you'd like to learn more, please explore our Virtual Open Day website, where you'll find additional information. We also encourage you to stick around for the live Q&A session, which is about to kick off. Here you can chat to myself, Associate Professor Julie Mondon, and Cal, our Deakin Marine student, who can answer. Between the three of us, we can hopefully answer the questions that you have about our 2 Deakin Marine courses. If you need to head to another session, you can speak to our experts on the live chat at any time throughout the day. Thank you for joining this course information session, and I hope to look forward to meeting you all in the live Q&A if you're able to attend in a few minutes' time. Thank you.